Ding, ding, ding. The bell rings again. And you knew about it because you're liking and subscribing Warchant TV and warchant.com. And you're learning that in the month of July, Florida State rules. Another commit, this one, Rydarrius Morgan, safety out of Alabama. He's senior recruiting analyst Michael Langston of Warchant.com. You're going to want to read all the write-ups about all the gifts and watch all the videos and how it came to be. But Florida State gets another one. A safety out of Alabama, as I mentioned, 3-star kid. You had to fight hard with some SEC powers here, Michael. That speaks volumes about the success Florida State's having. It's hard to get into Alabama and pull kids. If it's not the Crimson Tide, which is really hard to do, it's Auburn. And it's not like they're not willing to work hard for players. We've seen that, especially there in their home state. So take me through the recruitment here. We're talking about a 6-foot safety, a kid that Miami thought they had at one point. Suck it, Miami. Sorry, couldn't help myself. So it is Florida State gets him. Let's go. Take me through this kid.
Yeah, Rydarrius. We call him Red. That's kind of his nickname. I don't know why Red. Maybe it's because of their team name. Playing for Phoenix City Devils. Yeah, a guy they actually offered later than other teams in there. They offered around, I want to say around May or something like that. They got him on campus. It was kind of like he stopped in for their 7-on-7 team and stopped by early in the spring. He really liked what he saw. They offered him on that trip. And then after that happened, the relationship just kept taking off. And then as we got to the official visit weekend, and they just knocked it out of the park. I mean, I've said it before, man. When they get kids on campus, their hit rate is pretty high. As far as if a kid has genuine interest, where it's mutual interest, FSU is a really tough team to beat because of the way they do things. It's not like your normal official visits for other places. I think, the wine and dine stuff is similar, but there's a lot of personal stuff, that they go into. They do a lot of personal things with them, with teen activities, fun activities, stuff that a lot of people don't do, like a cooking competition, take these guys bowling, laser tag. There's a lot of stuff they do that's really team bonding type of stuff that you don't see at a lot of other schools, and it's really personal. I can't count how many times kids have told me, like, hey, we didn't even talk about football that much. It was really just about them. One, it's like a job interview for one side, and it's a job interview for the other side, where you're trying to see if you match. And I think that's what FSU does so well. I think certainly nailed it with Red Morgan. And, man, I'm going to tell you, man, this guy's latest a 3-star. He will not be a 3-star long. I think he's going to be a low, probably in the 4-star range. He is one of the fastest, safety prospects that I can remember seeing this year. He really, his instincts is, in the way he floats towards the ball is going to be very, I think he's going to be a fan favorite along a lot of FSU fans. They're going to like this guy because his ability to make plays and ball skills are so good. Now there's stuff technique wise I'd like to see better, like, the physicality or just different things, that the way he uses his hands, the way he sheds off blocks, the way he gets to play. But, man, you can't teach explosive ability coming out of breaks, and you can't teach what he does as far as the speed and the closing speed and how much he makes passing windows really difficult. I think Red's going to add a lot to this this DB room.
So Red Morgan, Rydarrius Morgan out of Alabama, committing to Florida State. This is an Adam Fuller commit, right? This is a big deal for Adam Fuller because listen, it's an important year for this defense. Everybody recognizes that, both on the field, but I think we think off the field as well. As Florida State watches this program, Florida State fans watch this program continue to ascend. You want to win a national championship, and in order to do that, you got to recruit at a high level, an elite level. And so that's where the pressure gets ratcheted up after the successful season of a year ago. Everybody knows Florida State's poised to be good on the field this year. You want to see that cashed in. You want to see that opportunity pounced upon. Good news for Adam Fuller to get a speedster like this, like Red, Rydarrius Morgan coming to Florida State.
Yeah, and it's a really good powerhouse over there at Phoenix City. I've been there a few times. It's not near a lot of things, but it's a great, powerful program. They produce a lot of top players. They have another one that's on their team, five-star wide receiver Cam Coleman, who also FSU's involved with. Obviously, there's more work to do there, but I think I think overall it's a great program that just produces athlete out of athlete. I think Eddie Williams was also from there. Ended up at Clemson, a really good receiver. So there's a Justin Ross played there, ended up at Clemson as well. But I think there's a lot of talented. They deliver playmakers, and this kid is a playmaker. I mean, you could see it, and I don't think it's going to be a dramatic shift and change for him. Once he does get to FSU as a freshman, I think he's going to flash some even as a young guy. There's things he will take some time to pick up, but you can't teach athletic explosion, and you can't teach speed. And this kid is just makes plays on the ball that is very unique, and I think he will add a lot to this class.
So it is that July continues to be fruitful for Florida State. You're going to want to stick around and make sure you are tuned in to what's going to happen throughout the rest of the month. Michael, you've alluded to it in some of the other videos we've done. Seems like Florida State orchestrated a lot of this to happen in early July. There's a couple of big names out there for late July, like five-star Lester, who we may find out something about in late July, knock on wood there. Then from there, things die down, as you say. There's the dead period, and then you get into camp and all that good stuff. And so Florida State looking to cash it in now. And this has not been disappointing. As much as we were all concerned at the end of June, we are excited about the beginning of July. So who knows? There may be more down the line here. Michael, you can kind of wink, wink, nod, nod at the camera if there's a couple more on the way.
Yeah.
And we'll have an opportunity.
Yeah, there's definitely more on the way. I would say watch out for a local talent, Micaiah Danzy, four-star running back. That's another one that I think's coming in the month of July, but it's going to be more. I have some guys in my mind, but I've heard that it's going to be even higher than what I have. There's some guys that they're holding back, they're kind of waiting, and FSU's kind of whenever they want to really push for it, to get it done, they're going to do it. So I think the summer is going to be very busy, and it's an important time because you want to have a little juice going into that LSU game, and I think that's kind of the plan. They do have something planned on July 29th. I think it's like another elite camp. So I think they want to finish this summer, going into fall camp, getting into the season. I think they want to have some momentum. And I think after they get a lot of these guys, I think they'll get exactly what they want with that juice and that momentum to kind of kick off the season.
Senior analyst, recruiting analyst, Michael Langston, Warchant.com. Great job as always, buddy. This has been fun taking this on home. We've got more on the way, folks. Like and subscribe to Warchant TV, of course. Make sure you get your subscription to Warchant.com. Make sure you tune into all the shows and all the write-ups. We've got Wake Up Warchant, Seminole Headlines, the Jeff Cameron Show. We go on and on and on with insightful information regarding Florida State and the successes that is going on in the world of recruiting right now. Thank you, Michael. Appreciate you as always. Thank you, Ben. Appreciate your hard work. And thanks to all of you for watching. Until next time, I'm Jeff Cameron, and go Noles.